Love and guidance. What the fuck is up? What the motherfucker is up on this Saturday's Eve? Who the fuck do you be? Cause you can't never be. You know, I just painted my nails. When I get to doing all this, y'all better know that I just painted my nails. And yes, these is my nails. Don't even play with me. Not even a little bit. Still fly from yesterday, as you can see. But my ass is clean. Anywho, I'm coming to you, emperors and empresses, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, princesses and princes, bitches and bitchettes, last but never least. Now, this message might be all for you motherfuckers, for every prestige status. You feel what I'm saying? Prestige and status, whatever. Anywho, now, I got a simple message for you motherfuckers on today because y'all be getting on my motherfucking nerves. And I say this with love. And if you don't feel the love, click the fuck off. Because if this is a trigger, then obviously it's something that your motherfucking ass need to work on. Plain and simple. Anywho, why she got so much? Shut the fuck up. Anywho. Now, I'm coming to you motherfuckers today with a simple message. And it don't come no simpler than this. Now, I thought of this. And this is for the parents. And that's in parents, any category, and what the fuck I just said, what's that called? Chain of command. Now, why is it that when children are children, babies, toddlers, going into the right before the adolescent stage, young child, adolescent, young adult, right? Why is it when they're the ages between, we're gonna say 2, and 2 to about 10, 11, maybe even 12. Why is it that parents really don't pay no attention to their child at these ages, or even seeing what they're capable of doing, as much as taking care of themselves? Now, when mama and daddy finally want to pay attention to their child is when they hit in right before the teen stage. Maybe. You might got some of them parents that wait good until you're 17 and 18, about to leave the house before they're concerned about your will, when they didn't give a fuck before. So, why is it that they want to be concerned about your choices, really not concerned about your choices, but not letting you make a choice, but they are clearly making the choices for you? For example, and like I said, my life is my life, my experience, and if you feel offended by what I'm saying, click off. But I'm not going to address your ass no more, because I just addressed you at the beginning of the video when I said click the fuck off. If you don't like what I'm saying, you should be gone. Anywho, as a young child, having to fend for myself for a while, my parents wasn't even home like that. Actually, I remember my uncles and aunties being more around than my parents, but when they were no longer around, then I had to basically, I'm the oldest, so I had to look after my brothers and sisters the best way I could, because nobody physically told me this is how you look after your bros. This is how you look after your sisters. So I kind of was just like filling it out, learning on my own, like a blind person, basically. So finally, mom and dad, after coming home, because they owned a store, they were never home, and finally they came home, and I was beyond pissed off, because I'm like, what the fuck? Why can't they just go back to the store? What is going on? How the fuck did they get here, I was pissed off that they had returned. I was about 12, 13 years old when they returned. So then, instead of my independence going higher, you see, instead of I'm not going to cut because I always do that. Instead of my independence going higher, it's kind of like it diminished. It's kind of like the things that I was capable of doing, your parents tell you, oh, you can't do that. Well, the reason why they tell you you can't do that, they wasn't around to see me in my young child stage to tell me what I couldn't and could not do. So when your parents are absent from your life, and I hope this makes sense, in the beginning time of your life, and they come in at your teen stage or right before your teen stage, they try to control shit about you because they didn't get a chance to raise you in that young time, in the time when you were young. I hope that makes sense. So when they finally do decide to be involved with you in your young preteen stage or young adult, teen stage going into adult, they try to hold on and control you. For example, okay, say when you come in, your daughters, your sons, whatever the fuck, but this is the girls, they real hard on them girls though. When the daughters finally decide to, shabash, moms and dads, oh, what time are you coming in? Knowing that I done seen my mama come in 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, having a funky good ass time. So, you never taught them respectful times, but then you tell them, and this is bold as fuck, because even when I was staying with my parents just this recent time, they told me that the curfew was 8:30. I'm saying, don't get me wrong. If this is their rules in which they have, this is their rules in what they have. So you gotta get out. Get the fuck out. Because you know that's not for you. This is parents trying to keep a leash on you because they're afraid of getting older and not having anybody. So, what they do is put a leash on you, come in at 8:30, come in at 9:30. Because they didn't raise you. So now they trying to pick up the pieces from which they never puzzled up in the first place. They trying to get something back that they lost. You lost that time when I was a child up until now. Though that goes like that. And that is true. Even when I was involved with my children on a day-to-day basis, I seen how fast it was going. So it baffles me to see that parents do not want to enjoy the time in which, like they gonna be 4 forever. Like they gonna be 3 forever. Like they gonna be 2 forever. Like they gonna be 13 forever. Like they gonna be, you trying to get back something, you can't get that back. I'm not 4 no more. I'm a grown ass woman. I'm not 4 no more. I'm not 5 no more. I'm not, and trust me, I'm a respectable person. I wouldn't come in your house at a negative hour anyway because there's nothing really good out there. The latest I probably come is 12. Maybe. That's a huge ass maybe because like I said, I really don't, I'm a homebody anyway. If I was to stay with one of my people. Cinderella got to come home at 12. And them motherfuckers was still gone till 1:30. She didn't even get a chance to go. But we ain't gonna go and celebrate last. Anywho, so they're trying to pick up the pieces from which they lost. So then they try to treat you more like a child instead of treating you like the adult that you are, meeting you where you are because you couldn't meet me back then. And instead of embracing your child and you thinking like, oh, I'm going to hold on, you push them away. You push them away. Because hold up, I've been doing this shit. Like when they came back when I was 13, I was like, what the fuck? I've been doing everything. I even been doing everything with my brothers and sisters. I was the oldest. I'm the oldest of 8. Now you want to parent me? You got your motherfucking nerve. And this is what I'm thinking at fucking 12, 13 years old. Not trying to be disrespectful because remember I told y'all in the previous video I didn't really get a chance to speak, so I couldn't say Mom and Dad, fuck you and all of your rules. Fuck you. You've been gone all this time. First of all, I didn't even know how to communicate that because I didn't realize what was going on mentally, what's going on around me. Nobody is sitting me down under a humble eye to make sure I'm good. I didn't have no mentor. I'm watching what's around me in a house with 7 others up under me who don't know just as much as I don't fucking know. So I think. So when parents do this, I'm letting you know now, you push your child away. Far away. Far, far away. Don't try to baby them or try to belittle them even when they have children. And you try to tell them how to raise their children. You didn't do that. Unless you're telling them something of positiveness. Because we got some parents out there, you shouldn't let them do that. You shouldn't let them do this. You need to be whooping them. I need to tell y'all right now, parents that do that, people that say you need to whoop your children and your child ain't even really doing nothing. Watch out for those people because they ain't doing nothing but breathing. You need to whoop them. You don't whoop them enough. Whooping should not always be a motherfucker that suggests whoopings all the time. Get rid of them because they will whoop your children behind your back and not even tell you. I remember when this girl told me, an old friend of mine, and it never clicked, and I'm going to leave it at that. It didn't click until when I was going through my trials and tribulation, and still is. She said she told her husband, if you going to whoop him, I would prefer you to do it in front of me because her husband, I guess, was holding back from whooping him. She said, I will prefer you to do it in front of me because I don't know what you're doing behind my back and how you whooping him. You feel more comfortable whooping him behind my back than in my face. Watch out for them motherfuckers. Not saying that her husband was a bad dude, and that was brave for her to even say. And me not realizing at the time, like, damn, but I really didn't have my girls around nobody. So it wasn't really nobody who was whooping them. And when people did suggest you should whoop them, I would be like, what did they do? And they can never fucking say. What they do, people are jealous of your children. They jealous because you treating them like a mother that they never the fuck was. They jealous because you treating them like a father that they never the fuck was. And when I'm saying they, I'm talking about the people who suggesting that you should whoop your children. Some of these motherfuckers don't even have children and telling you to whoop them. They're jealous because you got children and they don't have them. Watch out for them motherfuckers. Now, I know I switched off a little bit, but I'm serious. People, mothers and fathers try to keep a hold on you because they didn't get a chance to raise you. So that's why the older you get, the more childlike they treat you. Instead of, if they would have instilled things in you and trust what they instill with you, they don't have to worry about what the world is doing. You don't have to worry about your daughter getting pregnant because you told her and she's seen your struggles. You don't have to worry about your son out there fucking a bunch of thotty waddies because you told him what a thotty was and how she only wanted his money. And once the money is gone, she is gone. You don't have to tell your son the difference between a good woman and a bad woman. You don't have to tell your daughters what's respect and what isn't respect. And another thing that I seen the other day is Bambi off of Lil Scrappy's wife. I believe it's his wife. Stop telling your daughters that, oh, these boys that hit them like them because they'll think it's normal growing up. You cannot be my ass boy. I got a smart ass mouth anyway. Trust me, a couple of my baby's daddies have put their hands on me. But it wasn't without a fight. Teach your children young so you don't have to parent them when they're 30. I'm telling you now. Okay? Dudes, motherfuckers. Kids. This is Healing Truth Anastasia on that ass. Don't fucking play with me. Play with your motherfucking mama. She know you better. Play with that bitch. She can do it better. I don't play. And I'm not trying to disrespect your mama, but she know what she raised. Okay. Dudes. Kiss. Talk to you soon.